You've been training for a number of years. How would you say the way that you train for yourself is different from in your 20s to now in being in your 40s?
I do a lot more balance work. And not in the sense of like, so I don't fall over. I mean, balancing the body. I do a hell of a lot more when it comes to looking at my physique and picking out weaknesses. Not so much for what it looks like on camera, but like if I notice my shoulders are rounded, I know it's gonna give me a bad back. So I need to make sure I'm doing more retraction work. If I'm having a lot of a back problem, I'll make sure I'm looking at my hamstrings and my calves and looking at my alignment and so on. And I just want to try now and become as, what we take for granted in our 20s, we have to work on now so we can still do what we used to do then. And then that's how my training's changed. I've definitely took more of a backward step when it comes to programming my own stuff and trying to have a bigger purpose rather than just be quicker, faster, stronger, bigger. That's all very well, but you can't just keep doing that. You've got to make sure the brakes are working properly on the car. You've got to make sure the suspension's working properly. You can't just be worried about the engine, because that engine's gonna, if them brakes don't work, that engine's going straight through the front. And that's similar to training now. It's like I can't just worry about one aspect of it. It's trying to find out, it's trying to keep everything topped up. Hydration, health, muscle, water levels, everything. And if I can do that, I'll be able to train harder for longer and have more longevity when it comes to everything, really.
Is that something now, that longevity? I know certainly for me, it's like, okay, I want to do this for as long as possible.
Yeah, well, we're I can't speak for you because I don't know everything, but I'd say you're probably you're in your element of your life and you want to enjoy it for as long as possible. You've worked hard enough to get here. And it's almost like, well, I've sacrificed 20 years to get where I'm at. And now I'm only gonna be able to enjoy it for 10 because I'm gonna be retired then. So, well, no, I want to enjoy it for as long as I possibly can. I want to feel healthy and as young and as vibrant for as many years as I can while I'm at my peak. And then I'll retire. I don't want to give up now, I've just got there. Yeah. Same as the sports stars we were talking about, sacrifice the whole life to get to a level, and then they get there and they don't really enjoy it because they're distracted by something else.
So with your typical week now for Martyn Ford training, like what are you doing from a strength side? Are you using machines? What are some of your favorite exercises?
Yeah, so at the moment I'm training for a role where it's going to be very physical in both performance and for costume or lack of costume that I'll be wearing. And the character needs to be powerful, he needs to be strong, he needs to be dynamic, he needs to be bigger, faster, stronger than anyone around him. So it's an element of strength, speed, explosiveness, because obviously it's film. I don't have to have the insane fitness level that you would if you were to be competing in sport, but it's still important that I've got the ability to film the scenes. So it's trying to find that fusion between being fit enough to film, but not being so fit that I get the muscle atrophy in a sense of, if you're trying to perform a sport at your peak, your body will adapt. So a boxer, for instance, won't be muscular to a point because his body will want him to be fit and fast rather than huge and rounded. But for me, it's difficult because they want both. They want me to be able to look fit and fast, but they also want me to look big. So it's trying to find that happy balance, which is why my training now is kind of, I periodize it and I'll switch it. And at the moment, I'm going through a bit of a fat loss stage, and I'm going to try and grow into the film, so I'm not tired dieting in. I'm going to diet before and then slowly look at being very careful with my calories and hold a certain amount of muscle mass throughout the 6-month shoot. So training wise, we've literally just switched to push-pull, which I'll use a combination of machines and dumbbells. I'll use the tires, I'll use the Bulgarian bags. Rotational work's very important because I want to be strong from the core for performance. I'll probably do 4 to 5 weight sessions a week, and then same cardio, 4 to 5 cardios.
Right. And what are you doing in terms of duration and sets and reps, and when you're sort of maintaining your muscle mass?
Maintaining. I tend to go 3 to 4 sets of an exercise. I do a warm-up set of 15, 20 reps on a tempo speed of 1-1. And then I'll switch it. I can go 4 negative, as in count, and then 2 on the positive. I might hold the stretch for 1 or 2 seconds. I like working time and attention. I really enjoy working time and attention, especially as you get older, because you can work the muscle hard. You can really put some load through it, but you're not risking the damage to the ligaments and tendons and the swinging of the crazy weights, which, you know, if at my age, 1, you get an injury, it's normally takes you a long time to get over it, and 2, it can be career ending. So I think the time and attention works really well. I tend to do 45 minutes to an hour of weights at the most. And then cardio, probably similar, but I'll split. I'll have AM, PM sessions. I won't ever do cardio and weights on the same day.
And
Same session, sorry.
How many times are you doing the same body part then?
Twice.
Twice a week?
When I'm doing push-pull.
Right, okay, interesting. And when you're doing, like, let's say, are you doing isolation, or are you doing?
So I'll switch that as well.
Okay.
So obviously, you know, on a push-pull, you get to train. For anyone who doesn't know, a push-pull is normally a chest, shoulders, tricep, and then it might be a traps, back, and biceps, and then it could be a legs, or there's slight alterations, but it gives you the ability to train each body part twice a week. And normally what I'd do is I'd have, for instance, on a Monday, if it was a chest, that would be an isolation chest day. So it's more the stretching and the slower time and attention stuff. And then on the following session, which would be on a Thursday, that would be compound, so it'd be your press and your dips. And that would change repetition ranges. It would change rest ranges. And it would also change the way the muscles work. So you can still get your recovery, although it seems a lot training that many times. You're training it different, so it's not really taxing the system, and that's what's really important, is trying to find the balance where you're not depleting your overall system, because it doesn't matter if you're changing body parts. Obviously, you don't need training. It's your whole system that's the real key. And if your energy levels are low and depleted, that's when you need to start looking at adjusting the training.
What about legs? Like, I saw a post, I think it was from yesterday, where you said you hadn't done them for like 6 months, when yet your legs are
They're huge. They're absolutely huge. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. They've always been these are the smallest my legs have ever been. Right. And they're strong, they're powerful, they're big, and to the point where if I train them consistently, they just overshadow my physique massively. So I get away with training legs every now and again. I enjoy training legs because I'm good. I'm very good at training legs. I'm strong, but I have to also try and hold a certain look and shape for film. And if I come in with legs that are 4 times the size of my upper body, it's not a great look.
No. Well, and when you do train legs, what are you doing? Squatting or what?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy, because of the way my legs respond, I try and do single leg exercises. So I'm not pushing too much weight through, because one, I always end up getting over eager with it and causing myself problems then, because I've lifted too much in my lower back, or start playing up, or so on and so forth. So I do a lot of lunges, a lot of round the clock lunges, and single leg pressing, hack squats. I enjoy all that kind of training, because it helps with what I said at the beginning, bringing back to balance and trying to make sure the body's working properly in all the angles.
That's one of your strong points. What would you say are one of your personal weak points that you have to work hard on?
Abs.
Really?
I just hate training them. They're so boring. So boring, because I've never been a t-shirt trainer. Like, you know what I mean? I've never been too fussed about what it's like in the mirror. And for me, I don't get the same buzz or pump or anything from doing crunches. It's just something. I think, when you do weights, I think you can feel yourself becoming stronger and better, and you're growing. For me, it feels like whenever you do abs, you're just waiting to see how quick you die. It's just one of them exercises that you're just like, oh God, fucking 5 more, 4 more. And I've just never fallen in love with ab training at all.
No. And with cardio, what's your cardio workout of choice?
I love mixing it up. I mean, this to me, you know, like what you guys put out there, is something I definitely fell in love with when I did it. Is because I get bored so quick, so quick. I get bored, and having the ability to switch from battle ropes to the tires to med ball slams to power lunges to burpees, that could just short, sharp, fast circuit setup. I love that because you can get so much done in 25 minutes, half an hour, and not realise that the time's gone anywhere, and get a similar type of enjoyment and excitement that the weights give me. So I enjoy that. I'm not a massive fan of the machines. They serve a purpose when you need a bit of a back off session and you want to get the heart pumping, but you've always got to have something good to watch on TV if you're going to stand on the machine for more than 5 minutes.
You don't look like a long distance runner, put it that
I
way.
used to be.
You did
I
you?
genuinely used to be, yeah. So back in the day when I was doing my cricket, my my fitness was marathon running and rowing. I love sports of all kinds, but that was outside. It was never on a treadmill.